You know what's interesting? Most men spend their lives chasing women, thinking desire is this loud, obvious thing. That when a woman wants you, she'll scream it, post it, show it. But reality, it's quieter, it's subtle. And if you don't know how to read it, you'll miss it. See, men are taught to notice the physical, her lips, her curves, her smile. But when a woman is turned on, when she's burning inside with desire, the signs aren't always about the body. They're about the soul. And if you don't see it, you'll keep misreading signals, keep getting rejected, keep wondering, why do I never know when she actually wants me? Here's the truth: women are wired differently. Their desire isn't always direct. It's coded. It shows up in how she talks, how she laughs, how she suddenly gives you her attention, or how she withdraws it. And the sad part, most men ignore these whispers because they're too busy looking for a billboard. But if you learn to read these 5 things, if you truly understand how women show desire, you won't just improve your dating life. You'll finally connect with her on a level most men never reach. This is the language of attraction. And once you learn it, you'll never be lost again. Before a woman ever opens her mouth, her eyes have already spoken. They are the doorway to her hidden world, the one she doesn't dare to put into words. And when desire takes hold of her, the eyes become the very first place you'll see it. But here's the tragedy. Most men don't know how to read it. They're waiting for her to say it, waiting for her to lean in, waiting for her to make it obvious. Yet women rarely announce their desire directly. Why? Because society has taught them to suppress it, to keep it polite, to never be the one who looks too eager. So instead, she lets her eyes do the work. A woman who is turned on by you will not look at you the way she looks at everyone else. Her gaze will linger for a fraction longer. It may flicker with curiosity, then drop quickly as if she's afraid you might notice. Sometimes it's not even the look itself. It's the repeat glances, the way she checks to see if you're looking, the way her pupils dilate when your eyes lock. It's not a stare. It's not loud. It's subtle, almost shy. But it's powerful. And here's the key: her eyes will betray her before her words do. She might still act guarded, still play it cool, still keep her tone neutral, but her eyes will already have given her away. Think about it. A woman may be across the room, surrounded by people, but her eyes will keep finding you. That's not coincidence. That's magnetism. That's her desire reaching out, even if she's too afraid to show it any other way. But this is where men go wrong. They either ignore it, too distracted to notice, or they overanalyze it, convincing themselves it means nothing. Listen, a woman's gaze is not random. If she looks at you once, maybe it's chance. Twice, maybe curiosity. But 3 times? That's intention. That's interest. That's her silently saying, I see you. Do you see me? And when you recognize this for what it is, you won't miss the opportunity. You'll understand that desire isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's just in her eyes. When a woman is aroused, she rarely says, I want you. Instead, she cloaks it in playfulness. She teases. She laughs. She creates a safe space where intimacy can bloom without the risk of outright rejection. But here's the truth: most men miss. Playfulness is not just a game. It's a bridge from casual interaction into something more intimate. Think about it. A woman who's not interested will keep her words short, her tone polite, her body language neutral. But when she's drawn to you, when desire is creeping in, suddenly her laughter lingers. The smallest joke becomes funny. She teases you, not because the joke is clever, but because she wants to open the door for closeness. And listen carefully. It's not the content of the joke that matters. It's the feeling behind it. Her playfulness will begin to soften. She may start with sarcasm or witty remarks, but the moment desire sets in, the energy shifts. It becomes warmer, gentler. The teasing now carries affection. It's no longer about humor. It's about connection. Watch her body when she laughs. She'll lean in closer. She may touch your arm accidentally. Her hand might linger just a second too long. She's no longer just laughing with you. She's inviting you into her space. This is her way of saying, I feel safe with you. I want to be closer. And here's the mistake many men make. They take her laughter at face value, thinking it's just friendly banter. They don't recognize that the playfulness is her first step toward intimacy. Because for women, intimacy rarely begins with passion. It begins with comfort. Desire grows when she feels understood, when she feels lighthearted in your presence. So, when her laughter changes, when it's softer, more consistent, paired with subtle touches, that's not just play. That's her testing the waters. That's her opening the door. And if you're too blind to step through it, she'll retreat. She'll think you don't feel it too. Understand this: when a woman's playfulness becomes intimacy, it's her quiet way of saying, I want to feel more with you, but I need you to lead me there. Attraction pulls people together like gravity. And when a woman is in that space of quiet desire, she may never say, I want to be close to you. But her actions will betray her. She will find excuses, small, simple, almost innocent reasons, to stay within your orbit. Think about it. Women are highly intentional with their presence. If she doesn't feel safe or attracted, she'll keep her distance. She'll keep interactions brief. She'll move away when the conversation is done. But when she wants you, when her body and emotions are quietly screaming for closeness, she does the opposite. She lingers. Maybe she asks you questions she doesn't really need the answers to. Maybe she suddenly remembers a random topic she just had to tell you about. Maybe she stands just a little too close in a crowded room when there are plenty of other places to stand. None of this is coincidence. Desire makes her seek your presence. And it's not just physical nearness. Pay attention to how she leans in when you talk, how her body angles toward you even when others are around. This is her subconscious pulling her toward the one man she wants to feel connected to in that moment. But here's the critical truth: she won't spell it out for you. Women are conditioned not to. Instead, she'll test the waters. She'll come closer to see if you notice, if you step into the space she's creating. If you do, the energy grows stronger. If you don't, she'll withdraw, hurt but silent, telling herself she misread the moment. This is where so many men fail. They mistake her presence as casual friendliness. They assume she just happened to be there. No, people don't just happen to orbit each other repeatedly. Desire has intention, and her nearness is an invitation. Understand this: when a woman finds excuses to be near you, she's not just passing time, she's choosing you. She's saying, without words, I want to feel your energy closer to mine. And if you can't read that, you'll miss one of the clearest signs of her desire. Have you ever noticed how someone's tone changes when they're speaking to someone they deeply care about? That same truth applies when a woman is quietly aroused. Her voice, her rhythm, even the weight of her words begin to shift. When she desires you, she doesn't just talk. She lowers her guard, and with it, her voice. It softens, slows down, sometimes even drops in pitch. This isn't just coincidence. It's biology. When attraction is alive in her body, she instinctively communicates in a way that feels more intimate, more vulnerable. Listen carefully. A woman who is indifferent will speak in her normal tone, casual, light, maybe even rushed. But when her desire awakens, something subtle happens. She leans into her femininity without realizing it. Her laughter sounds warmer. Her sentences stretch just a little longer. Her voice carries less sharpness and more melody. Why? Because she's no longer just exchanging words, she's weaving connection. The softening of her voice is her subconscious way of pulling you closer. She doesn't even need to touch you yet. Her voice becomes the touch. Think about how different it feels when she asks, "How was your day?" in a rushed, casual tone versus when she asks it softly, with weight, like she actually wants to feel the answer. That's not just interest, that's intimacy. That's desire speaking through sound. But here's where men go blind: they dismiss it. They think she's just being nice. Or that's just how she talks. No, tone matters. Energy matters. If she doesn't feel drawn to you, her voice won't change. She won't slow down for you. She won't give you that softness. And here's the truth. When a woman gives you her soft voice, she's giving you something sacred. She's allowing you into her emotional space. She's giving you a version of herself she doesn't share with everyone else. So, pay attention, not just to her words, but to how she says them. If her voice drops, if her rhythm slows, if her tone carries warmth, that's not an accident. That's her heart speaking what her lips are too shy to say. Her voice has become an invitation. The question is, will you hear it? For most women, Attraction is not about rushing in. It's about safety. Safety to open up. Safety to show the layers of herself that the world doesn't get to see. That's why one of the clearest signs of desire is not in how flirty she acts, but in how vulnerable she becomes when she's around you. When a woman is turned on, not just physically, but emotionally, her walls start to lower. She begins to let you in, even in small, subtle ways. She tells you things she doesn't usually share, stories from her past, dreams she secretly carries, insecurities she hides from everyone else. These are not random confessions. These are signs that her desire has shifted from curiosity to trust. Think about it. If she didn't want you close, she'd stay surface, level. She'd keep the conversation light, distant, polite. But when her guard begins to fall, suddenly the conversation deepens. She lingers in emotional spaces with you that she avoids with other men. Why? Because intimacy for her isn't just about touch, it's about being seen. And here's the keys: her vulnerability is not weakness. It's a gift. It's her way of saying, I trust you with me. I feel something strong enough to let you see who I really am. Maybe she opens up about her childhood. Maybe she admits a fear. Maybe she shares a personal struggle she's been carrying. These aren't small details, they're tests. She's watching to see how you handle her heart. If you respond with patience, empathy, and strength, her attraction only deepens. If you dismiss her, make light of it, or seem uncomfortable, she will retreat instantly. This is where men who only chase physical signs go wrong. They miss the emotional cues. They think desire is only about the body, but for women, it's just as much about the soul. When she lets her guard drop, when she trusts you with her truths, that's her heart opening the door to you. Understand this: if she gives you her vulnerability, it means she doesn't just want your touch. She wants your presence. She wants you to see her. And if you honor that moment, you'll unlock a level of connection most men never reach. Here's a truth most men don't realize: when a woman is turned on, when her desire has reached its peak, she rarely makes the first move. Not because she doesn't want to, but because at her core, she craves you to step into the role of a man who knows what he wants. Her energy in that moment shifts. She becomes responsive instead of initiating. She creates the space. She slows down the conversation. She lingers. She mirrors your movements. She watches you more intently. Her entire body language is quietly saying, the ball is in your court. And this is where men either rise or fail. Too many men wait, frozen, hoping she'll do the work, hoping she'll close the gap. But here's the reality: she doesn't want to lead. She doesn't want to be the one making the move. She wants to feel your strength, your decisiveness, your ability to guide the moment with confidence. Understand this: her desire doesn't remove her femininity, it amplifies it. And feminine energy thrives when it meets strong, grounded masculine leadership. That doesn't mean being aggressive or pushy. It means reading her signals, sensing her readiness, and having the courage to take the step she's waiting for. Think about it. If she's laughing softly, leaning close, opening up vulnerably, looking into your eyes, she's not just being nice. She's preparing the space. She's giving you the green light. But if you hesitate too long, if you ignore her cues, she'll shut down. Her energy will retreat. She'll feel rejected even if you never said a word. This is the brutal truth women rarely say: I'm horny, come closer. Instead, they open the door, they set the stage, and they wait for you to step into it. So when her energy shifts, when she's softer, more receptive, more patient, it's because she's silently demanding leadership. She's waiting for you to be decisive, to take her hand, to close the distance, to show her she chose a man strong enough to move. And if you can recognize that, you'll never be confused again. You'll know exactly when she's ready, because her energy is practically begging for your lead.